Alrighty guys, so let me show you guys a little trick that you guys can use for MCIs just to make it a little bit easier to figure out what the charge is going to be for the MCIs for each element on the periodic table. Okay, so if you take a look at this first column right here, okay, all of the elements on this column are gonna want to become +1. Okay. The reason why they're going to want to become +1 is because they're all going to want to lose 1 electron. Okay, so you'll still have to draw all of the pictures on your assignments, but just keep that in mind. Use that as a little hint that you guys can use for what the correct answer should be. This second column right here, all of these these atoms are going to want to become +2, and they're all going to want to lose 2 electrons. Okay, so that means that BE is going to want to become BE2 plus, Mg wants to be Mg2 plus, Ca wants to be Ca2 plus, and then for these examples, if you remember from the lecture, hydrogen is a weird one, H plus, Li plus, Na plus, K plus, Rb plus, so on and so forth. Okay, now this part right here, groups 3 through 12, just don't worry about these ones. There's not really a pattern. These ones can be variable, which means that there's no real pattern that we can follow. We're not going to be focusing on them too much, and usually these will be given to you. Okay, so don't worry too much about this middle part. Now, if you look at this column right here, most of these elements are going to want to become 3 plus, which means they're going to want to lose 3 electrons. That means boron's going to want to become 3 plus, Al wants to be 3 plus, etc., etc. Okay, this column right here, if you remember the example with carbon, these ones are going to have no MCI. This column right here, they're going to want to become -3. So that means they're going to want to gain 3 electrons. So that means N wants to become 3 minus, P wants to be 3 minus, etc., etc. This column right here, I'm going to make the line a little bit longer. These guys want to become -2. They want to gain 2 electrons. Oxygen wants to be 2 minus, sulfur wants to be 2 minus. This column right here is going to want to become -1. So they're going to want to gain 1 electron. So F wants to be F minus, Cl wants to be minus, Br wants to be minus, I wants to be minus. And then this last column here, we said earlier that all of these also have no MCI. Okay, so just keep those in mind. Make sure that you guys know how to explain why they want to become these ions, and you'll see that as you're doing the assignment. But this would be a good way for you guys to just check your answers, and it'll be a good cheat code and a little hint that you guys can use as you do your assignments to make sure you guys get the right MCIs. Okay, so hopefully that helps, and I'll see you guys next time.